Hi, I'm Isha of Embodied Quest, and in this video I want to talk to you about how to heal trauma using energy consciousness. I'm going to start off by just talking about how energy affects us, how we hold energy in our body, and then I'm going to take you through a series of steps on how to come into deep presence with the energetic body. In another video I'll take it more into detail, but for right now I'm just going to take you through the steps. So what I want to begin with is the awareness that we are all born into energetic templates. And what that means is that we are born into fields of energy, much like matrices, cell phone signals, or radio waves that are invisible but all around us. And these templates hold, traumas of the past, historical events, traumas that happened to your ancestors, even stuff that's happening currently, things that we may not be aware of feeling, or maybe you are aware of feeling them, and they definitely act upon our physical lives. They affect us emotionally. And there's ways that when we are born, we come into these energy fields, and for newborn babies who are basically energetic blobs, who don't have any ego strength to defend against all of that information coming in, that in itself can create just a lot of contraction in the body. But on top of that, these traumas, this separation, right? The separation and fragmentation that has been created in the energy field by the trauma gets communicated and transmitted through our interactions with our caregivers, right? So, our caregivers are holding this trauma, right? Collectively, personally, ancestrally, and then it gets communicated through our interactions with them. And what it communicates is that separation and fragmentation is real and normal, right? It creates ways that we understand us versus them, you versus me, right? It's sort of like looking through a broken mirror and believing that what you see on the other side is real, right? That's what's getting communicated. And the way that we deal with a broken mirror, if you look at a broken mirror, or a broken window, let's say, rather, broken glass or broken mirror, we look through that and we think of that as real. We start to adjust, like our relationship to our bodies themselves start to adjust to that reality by also fragmenting. And what gets fragmented is maybe the body, maybe the energetic body, but also the awareness of the body. So we split off our awareness of what's happening on a deeper energetic level, because when we came in as babies, it was too much for our system, and so we cut off energetically. So we adjust to it, but what we're really capable of is wholeness. We are already whole. Our highest potential is unity consciousness. So because it's our highest potential, sometimes in fragmenting and splitting off, we become sick. We feel depressed. We feel anxious, supposedly for no reason, or we feel things that don't make sense, that don't have a name. And this is the field all around us, things that we're picking up that we're not aware of because we're not connected to our bodies. So by becoming connected to our bodies is the way we heal those traumas, personally, collectively, ancestrally. So from a somatic perspective and from an energetic perspective, how to heal then shifts into restoring a connection to the sensing body, restoring connection to the feeling, the energetic body. And you do that by developing deep presence. What that means is that you start to grow and develop your awareness. You start to begin with breath, just by experiencing your breath. So it's a sort of meditation, but it's a little bit different than how, just focusing on thoughts. What we're focusing here is on sort of other layers. So the first layer, the first step is connecting to breath. And you can do that however long you want, but the breath is about bringing the breath deeper into your belly. Noticing all of the nuances of the breath, how it comes in your nose, exhaling through the mouth, jaw soft, and breathing deep into the lower belly, filling up the torso with breath and emptying the breath in the exhale. The next step is to become aware of the physical body. Just kind of like aware of your body in space. How does the air feel on your skin? Sort of how does it feel to be held by the seat or by the floor if you're sitting on the floor? Just those types of details. Then you become aware of emotions. What are some of the emotional drivers that are operating right now? It could be like you're having judgment about somebody or something or a situation, or you're feeling love and excitement about something, and it can also be you're feeling angry or afraid. Maybe you're tapping into fear. So also like tapping into the emotions, that's another layer in. And the third layer is becoming aware of energy in your body. What that means is like breathing, continuing to breathe into the lower belly and noticing, do you feel a pulsation in your fingertips, for example? Do you feel maybe a tightness in your throat that is not muscular, but that feels a little bit like something is held here? So you start to become aware of like maybe energy blocks or places where energy is stagnant. Maybe you feel like breath won't go through your pelvis. Or maybe you feel like just some openness in your diaphragm. So it can be sensations that are not necessarily physical, like that are not muscular, but more subtle, more energetic. And then a deeper layer underneath that is this like the sensing body. And then you become aware, then you're tapping into more intuitive sense, right? And people who do intuitive stuff, like it's not something that is special and unique to specific people. I think that everybody can develop those skills, but it needs to be practiced. And so this is ultimately a practice. So the fourth layer would be the sensing body. So how that can show up is like, for example, if you feel something around your heart, right? If you feel in the third layer, if you feel like, I feel some tightness around my heart, then the fourth layer would be around invite yourself to sit next to that feeling, that sense, and stay there with your breath and with your attention long enough for a message from the body to unfold, to sort of come into view. And it can come into view through pictures, images, maybe a phrase starts to sound in your head. So you're really going into the subconscious a little bit more and into the bigger energy field. And this is multidimensionality, right? This is multi-dimension experiencing versus simply living in the physical world and everything that I see is real, right? You're sort of tapping into a deeper awareness of like what is happening around me.